Okay, question. So if a woman, just like Melvin, just say a woman, her past was that she, just say used to strip, right? 10 years prior to meeting.
Melvin's?
No, just say a woman.
Oh, a woman,
and
okay.
Just instead of it being Melvin, it's a woman. In her past, she used to strip.
Okay.
But now she's gone on and she's gotten her bachelor's degree and this, that, and the third. And her stripping career was what paid for that bachelor's degree. Now she's, graduated and onto her career. She meets a man. Will he look at that past the same as what you were saying is like, oh, I can't bring her into my future. She used to shake her ass for a living.
Correct.
Yeah.
My dear, I'm gonna look at you funny. It's what it is. Just because you went and got your degree and you use the pole to get that means nothing. Means nothing at all. That's like saying if I work really hard, I now have six figures. I make like $200,000 and I have a good company, but I got that company by juggling man's balls. Ain't no woman gonna be able to just look past that. Well, some women will, but they don't like you. They just want you for your money. No lady is gonna look past the fact that I make 200 something or like 300 something $1,000 from juggling man's fuzzy ones. Like my brain even hurts by thinking about it.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and answer this issue.
Wow, Cooley. I forgot you were here. Hi.
His name's not Cooley.
Y'all be talking a lot.
He was asleep in the corner over
He said
here.
he's asleep.
Now I'm just letting y'all speak.
Look at his eyes. He was asleep.
But yes, like Cooley said, we do care about your past. Once we hear that you did anything promiscuous in the past, whether it's be a stripper or a prostitute or just known to sleep around with plenty of guys.
That's not what I said.
I'm just giving an example. That's an automatic no for most men.
But that's not what I was saying.
Including stripper.
Okay, but
We don't care. We don't care if you
It's sex work. So
rehabilitated.
strip work is
Yeah, what he's about to say is the same thing. Stripper, hooker, it's all the same thing. Men got to see your body and they got to visualize doing things to your body, which I don't like.
a form of sex work, and a reason why. And think about it, like when we get married, hypothetically, say if we got married, you take my last name. So the last name means something. If you are a stripper, if you was a stripper, it doesn't matter. Your reputation. What I'm saying is your reputation still carries with you. So the person that I'm giving my last name to, I want her to have a good reputation, not a bad reputation. Now, if we change it, if we say that like the woman got locked up and did some time versus the woman that was on a stripper pole, we'll take the chick that was in prison rather than the chick that was on a stripper pole.
What guys don't want is if I'm dating a girl and she used to be a stripper and I take her to an event with all my friends, the most embarrassing thing for a man is if they come to us like, yo,
I was slapping her booty at I was
that thing. I had in a private room. I did this to her. I did that to her.
Twirling around like.
The easiest thing they're trying to say, my dear, is that they don't want anybody in that room to say that they was dominating your woman. That's what they're saying. If you was in prison, you was just in prison. But if you was a stripper, you was a hooker, phone nasty person, don't nobody want to visualize that and a guy to show up and say that, hey, yo, I used your girl for her services. I liked it. Don't nobody wants to see that.
That's the most embarrassing thing for a guy, whether you ladies agree with it.
And the crazy thing is, she did all that for another man and didn't even do it for you.
So that's the worst part.
But what if she did that in a different state and then you took her to somewhere?
It don't mean nothing.
It doesn't matter.
There's no reputation.
It doesn't matter if she did it in heaven or hell. If we find out, she's a dog.
But what about men too? Men strip too.
That's why you
men shake their booty and men do the same thing.
Men and women aren't the same, my dear. Like, y'all are all right with it. That's your fault. I'm not all right with it. If there's a guy who's all right with it, he's all right with it. But majority men are not all right with it. And women, I told you, what women's on is this. Women don't want a guy who used to be gay. That's what they don't want.
So remember, you don't really care about the man's
what you say.
I know I'm
girls, but I'm just saying you're so convicted with what you say. Like you say that from the deepest part of your
yes, because I mean
but
what
9 times out of 10, it's
wrong, it's
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that.
Judgmental.
A lot of the times when it comes down to it, it's half-hearted with a lot of the things that you guys go so hard on. Because at the end of the day, whichever woman catches your heart and really is rocking with you, and you can feel that from the deepest part of where you just said that from, it ain't gonna matter where she came from, bro.
Okay, ma'am, I don't know why this is so deep to you. That sound wild what you just said. It doesn't matter, because if that lady catches your heart, she's not gonna catch my heart, because I'll let you know right now, I already have this taste for you. You're tainted meat. I'm not gonna let you get that close. I'm not gonna even tolerate you. If you did that, please believe I'm not going to buy you an IHOP's meal or Applebee's meal. And anybody who knows this channel knows that that's my first date. So that means the date never gonna happen. Catch my heart. Kick rocks.
Yes, it will.
It's not, but that's you. I'm telling you. I'm not saying, okay, a full-fledged prostitute, of course you're not going to give that your last name. You're not going to take,
Okay, so
stripper
stop
too.
it.
That's
I
you.
used to
That's your
dance and I've
opinion.
never in my life been
She said it doesn't matter what he says. She made it about him. Now, I can understand before they was generalizing, which is still true, but she then turned it to him, my dear. So over there in the corner, you over there in the corner, shut up. Shut your mouth.
completely nude. Okay, so you're sitting up here telling me that I will never be married because of the fact that I used to dance.
I never said that.
Sounds
When did he
crazy.
say that?
No, but I'm just saying. But you're saying, you literally just said, why would I want to give a woman my last name if she's been out there? The last thing a guy wants to do is to know that the girl's been out there with another guy's hand.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what
Some
we
guys
care
don't even
about.
care about
the same way you women care about a man having money, being able to take care of you, being competent.
Good in bed, yeah.
No, say it. The same way they don't want their man to have a videotape out there with him on another man. Or another man saying that, hey, yo, I used to be with your guy. They don't want that. You just make it that. Understand this right now, Ease. Understand this. Majority of women, especially if we're talking about black women, because, you know, that's my thing. Black women, but majority of women, they are homophobic. They don't want to say it because they're all right with having gay guys as their friends. But them even thinking about sleeping with them disgusts them. So that's what it is. They don't want to think that the guy that they was with in their position with another man.
Squeal! Squeal!
Or heck, or in another position with another man.
etc., etc. So being 6'4", we care about a woman's passion, her being sexual and being a whore.
Okay,
That's
so
what
you
we
date.
care about.
Okay, so you
Like,
date
we don't
Jennifer
want
Lopez, a Beyonce, all them.
Thank
They
God
wear
that's
the
not
same
old man.
thing and go and perform. Now, okay, just say the stripper is not a stripper.
first of
She's
all,
an artist,
I know you're
a
not
singer,
comparing
and a.
Beyonce
Did she just compare Beyonce and Jennifer Lopez and them to a stripper?
to a
Listen,
stripper.
Jennifer Lopez dead ass was just on the freaking Super Bowl stripping, dancing on a stripper pole. One of the Jenny from the Block. Stop playing like
Okay, I
she's
don't
not
want- I
a
don't know her, though.
Beyonce.
Okay, so I don't want Jennifer
Again, but
Lopez.
stop playing like she wasn't a Beyonce in her own sense. And I'm not just saying, oh, Beyonce's a stripper, but she still wears that strippers wear.
So let me
Crawling
ask
on the
you a
ground,
question.
Hitting
singing
home,
songs.
isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
let
I'm
me-
just
let me
saying,
ask
when
you
it
a
comes
question.
down to it, you guys can sit up there.
I'll be honest with you, this is still wild because what Beyonce wear and what Jennifer Lopez wear, I don't think a guy will want their lady wearing that. I think the only person you're talking about right now is like Jay-Z or rich people who are right with the lady wearing that because she brings home a lot of money. And be honest with you, my dear, isn't Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck just keep breaking up? And Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, so.
And try and degrade certain situations
First of all-
and look at it as a character flaw because of what? The sexualities are heightened?
So-
First of all,
The sexuality is heightened?
a woman stripping she's degrading herself, not me. How
No,
can I
that's
degrade-
not degrading
How
yourself.
are you going to be on the stripper
What?
pole and you say, I'm the one degrading you?
I
When
didn't
you're the
say,
one
I said you
saying-
want to try and degrade women and put it as if
He did not say women. Now you're about to try to shoehorn this thing. Are you about to act like all women are strippers? He didn't say women. He's talking about strippers right now or people who do sex work. That's wild.
they're
Yes, I'm degrading
expressing their
strippers, prostitutes.
sexuality.
Yes, you're correct.
There you go.
I'm
Because
degrading
you're mixing
strippers,
them.
prostitutes, OnlyFans models, chicks that sleep around with 100,000s of men that are the town. Yes, I'm degrading them. Look, I'm sorry, but like women who sexualize themselves never been respected in all of history. When a
But
woman,
yet
hold on,
the
let me
main
finish. Stop,
thing
stop,
on mainstream media is sexualization of women. What are you talking about? You
What did that have to do with anything what you just said?
literally sit there and watch porn and sit there and get your kicks off over women. The whole society is built off of exploiting
Period.
women. Your whole podcast is exploiting women.
So
What does that got? Oh my God. What did that got to do with anything right now, my dear? Just because people use you don't mean that they have to marry you. people use you, meaning they have to be all right with taking care of you. That's not what that means at all. People use people for money. Money, my dear, is money. Drugs. That right there, my friends, is fentanyl she's using. She's thinking she's cooking right now. And the other one who said period, she's dumb too. There's lots of dumb people in this world.
So how are you gonna sit there and say, yes, I'm degrading, because that's your whole niche, Ease. That's your niche. That's the way you make money, Ease, is degrading of women, Ease. So why you sitting up here putting shit together?
I'm degrading women who do sex work.
Oh, you're degrading all of women, because the women who don't want to stay with their husbands for cheating on them, you degrade them too, because they're going to believe the women that aren't having sex with their women.
Where'd you get this from? This is not even a conversation. What's happening? The women who leave their husbands after their husbands cheat on them, he degrades them. What? How did you find a way to get from strippers and people who use their body for money to... She is flailing right now.
Like that, nigga.
80%, you're still degrading them too, but you're not giving a reason
I never
why.
said that. I'm talking about women.
Okay.
She's just talking.
Real quick, Ease, I got you. I got
You're
you.
adding other stuff that I've never even
Ease, I
said.
got you.
We're moving the
So real quick, let
goalpost.
me get some decorum.
No,
Let
you're
me
talking
create
about
some-
you.
Did she just say he's moving the goalpost? She don't know what she's saying. She's blacked out. Those fumes in her room. I'm telling you, beaming up to Scotty.
You put a whole
Decorum.
list of things you degraded.
Yes,
But
those are all
you missed a
sexual
couple.
acts.
No more speaking.
You missed a couple.
Yo,
I beg your pardon.
mama, let me create some decorum here. Good back and forth. Good.
That's wild for you just to tell him no more speaking. Boy, that's different.
I like it. That's why I let it go. It's spirited. So you said
Tell you
something.
gonna be a clip note.
You said something to East. You said that, man, you're speaking with a lot of conviction, with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
And Ease is speaking with a lot of passion because this is how
I had to do it to him.
This is how he feels. And he feels this way is because he really think that these women that degrade themselves really don't deserve a good man. That's essentially what he's saying, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And correct me if I'm wrong, though. One of the reasons why I think that you're speaking with a lot of conviction and passion, too, is because you were one of the women that was that fit that description that was stripping.
Yes, dancing.
Is that correct? Okay.
You have a mental problem. You were doing this thing, so you felt like it's appropriate to attack a person. Because I will say it now, verbally attack a person because they said, no, men don't want this thing. I don't want this thing. And then you found a way to say that. So you're saying that I can't get married. No one said that. You're crazy. And now I need everybody to understand this is what's in the room now. This is the spirit. She brought demons in here. Oh boy, I'm so upset now.
So both of you are speaking with passion.
Yeah.
Now the difference between the conversations and what you're having is, I see the angle where you're coming from. You're saying that, well, you know, there's men out there. Y'all saying this stuff like men don't want these women, but there's men out there that accept this all the time. Mm-hmm. And the reason why you are saying this is because, you know what? You're right. There are men that accept women that do OnlyFans, that strip and do all of these things. Let me finish. Let me land my plane.
Go ahead,
you get
land
what I'm
it.
saying? I'm saying that I understand you, right? But the truth is, those men that accept you with your checkered past, you don't want them. You don't want those men. The thing is, you ladies actually are more attracted to the guys that has some morality, that has a backbone that says, listen, I want something better for you rather than that, right? So the man that would accept you with that, he obviously really doesn't want anything better for you because he's accepting that. So I say all of that to say, even when you're speaking about, oh, this podcast, and well, first, even before you get to the podcast, some of the things that you were saying were very true. You said that, well, men are exploiting women. Look at OnlyFans, look at porn. Most of the industries, the owners are men exploiting women. I 100% agree. And those men aren't good men. Those men, I would say, are simps. The men that get into relationships with those women are simps. But normally,
A man exploiting a lady for corn industry and stuff like that, he's not a simp. Very true. Even a guy who watches it, if he is giving her things Tell you the truth, I don't even know if that's a simp. A man watching it's not even a simp. That's a person making an exchange. Now, a man getting nothing, giving a lady stuff and getting nothing for it is putting a woman on a pedestal. But the other thing, I don't know if that's a simp. I don't know why Cooley said that. I might be wrong, but that's not a simp. Person doing that, it's not a simp. You must get nothing in return or very little for what you're giving, make you a simp.
Those aren't, when women settle with guys, like when girls did OnlyFans or had been doing sex work, strippers and stuff like that, and they're in a relationship with the guy and they're still doing it, they don't really respect those men, because if they really respected those men, they really can't respect them, because I did a whole panel. I did many panels of all strippers. Mm-hmm. They know how degrading it is. They know how it hurts their soul. Like, I'm only doing it because like I have to. If I didn't have a choice, I really wouldn't do it. Listen, the majority of strippers, I've had interviewed many strippers. Now there's exceptions to the rule. There's some strippers that want to do it because they like doing it. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about generally most strippers, most women that's in sex work, they're doing it because they don't really want to do it. And when they're with the man at that time, the man that accepts them why they're doing it, they can't respect them, because it's like, you're not getting me out of this situation.
Now, that's
I'm
what
doing
I was
something
saying.
that is very degrading. So listen real quick.
No, 1 second before you go too far.
Real quick, no, I'm not going too far. Let me just land my plane because I'll let y'all speak.
Go ahead.
Now let's get into the no fugazi part, because you put the podcast in there. This podcast is not to degrade women. This podcast is to give women the truth. No fugazi means not fake, not fugazi. It means authentic. It means speak what's true. So I'm always giving the both sides of it. I speak about the immoralities that men do and the immoralities that women do. The thing is, when we speak about the immoralities that women do, or the things that men really just don't like, they'll say that they like it to smash, but really they wouldn't really take you serious. Like, I don't really like that. And you ladies conflate the two. You think that is demonizing to you, but it's actually uplifting you. I'm trying to give you the male perspective so you can understand. So when you're out there dating and men are courting you, you can probably source out the guys that's lying to you a little bit better after this podcast. Because like, dang, Cooley gave all the game. You get what I'm saying? So this podcast is not to exploit women. Furthermore, my debating shows do much better than my dating and relationship shows.
Yeah.
I don't need to do dating and relationship shows at all. I do one dating relationship show a month. I do debates. So this podcast is not built off of what you're just having ladies on. And the other thing is, I don't pay any ladies to be on the show.
I'm just being honest with you. You do debates now. You built this podcast like talking to women. You built it off of that. But you are now transitioning over to debates. I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm just being honest.
Joe, this is not no simp podcast. You ladies get to come on here at your own free will, shout out your businesses, do whatever you want to do as far as if you want to promote yourself or if you just want to have the conversation. But I never pay any chick. So I'm not even doing this to try to grab. I don't give a freak if no girls come at all. The podcast would still go on. So this podcast is not degrading women at all. Now, you may hear some things like, a chick be like they a 10. But we all know that chick ain't a 10 when she's saying she a 10 and her belly hanging over here. It's truthful. We know this. And I may give her that reality, like, chick, you're not a 10. The crazy thing is, I really never tell them what they are. So when a chick be like, there's something, I don't be like, you're a 1.
You're not.
I don't do that.
You're not.
I don't actually do that. I actually be like, I don't really think you would say
now,
that. You know what I'm saying?
Back to what I was saying before. Again, I said a Melvin situation. This woman used to is a statement that I said. Used to. Again, I said as that would be something that you guys would consider something that is a no-go. You screamed out, no! Prostitutes, no strippers, no nothing. Now, first off, my entire career dancing, I never sold a piece of. Now, wait a second.
That means nothing. So thank you for doing this whole build up to say something that means nothing. They said you work the profession. That's what it is.
Yeah, but that's you, though.
Let me land my plane. Again,
real quick, we want to move on though too.
Regardless of that, but at the end of the day, when do you cut off how much somebody's past really matters?
Never. Was that what you was building to, my dear? Your whole thing was coming to, when do you not care about someone's past? That never stops. Ma'am, if a man was a retired rapist, does that come to a stop sooner or later? No. I just did the comparison doing booty work. It doesn't stop. Your past will always be judged. Just sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. That was what? This is what happens when you say a whole lot of words to people who don't listen. It does nothing. You solve nothing by letting them speak and believing they were listening to you when you spoke.
You don't. Period.
That's a good question.
You don't.
Yeah.
Like,
So
let me just
ahead,
say
please.
this one thing. Just because a man does not agree with what you did in your past or what you're doing currently doesn't mean it's degrading. Only you yourself can degrade your own self. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. A man has a right to like and
He's spitting.
dislike what what he wants in a woman. You know what I mean? Just
He's
like you
leaning this
ladies.
way.
Just like you ladies have the right to not date a guy who's broke, no money, no car, living in my basement, who's fat and overwhelmed. Nobody ever cares about what women, say that they don't like in a man. But, as soon as a guy say, hey, look, we're not going to tolerate this, we're not going to tolerate that, we're not going to tolerate if you look like this, if you weigh like that, if you had this past, we have that right. But just because we don't like what you do doesn't mean it's degrading. Only you can degrade yourself. That has nothing to do with me. Nobody's forcing women to do sex work.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing women to go into. Nobody's forcing women to be a stripper. Nobody's forcing women to do OnlyFans. There's poor people in different countries that come to America with nothing and work 500 jobs and make it without even getting on a pole. So if you took that personal, then that's on you. Then you got to look yourself in the mirror.
No, it's not personal at all because my life doesn't revolve around the way you think.
You made it about you.
No, I was just stating the fact of the matter. You went very deep on it. I'm just saying.
You made it about yourself. I didn't know that you used to strip.
You definitely made it about yourself. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. Niggas who are comfortable with showing up at places and speaking on microphones. Maybe me too, I guess. It making me think that maybe I'm one of them. And I just believe I'm not. That's how wild this sounds.
No, I was giving an example. That wasn't necessarily based off of anything.
The example was based off of your own life. You picked your own life.
I'm in a relationship, and this man knows everything about me and my past. I'm not. I'm not. The only thing that made me mad was the fact that you went so hard on saying that you were just absolutely no. And I'm just saying that is not always true with everyone.
You know
and
why
you're so deep on it.
He didn't say everyone.
It's like once a woman catches your heart, I hope you don't feel the same way based off of
what
her
he
past.
said is very simple. And the thing is, everything he just said, I'll sum it up in less than it'll be one sentence. Women's standards are praised, men's standards are demonized. It's okay listen, when we brought that up and all of y'all gave y'all thing, I even said, I was like, this your preferences. I asked little questions, but I didn't try to demonize you for liking Melvin. Did I demonize any of the girls for liking Melvin? The only thing I said, I was like, well, you don't really care about his past that much. You're looking more to his future. But I didn't demonize it like, ew, why you like this? Ew, why you don't like that? I didn't demonize it at all. We don't demonize women for having standards. But once men have standards, like, I like this, but I don't like this, demonize. Oh, you're a misogynist.
Well, we kind of now do. Men didn't before. Now we do. And I ain't gonna lie to you. It's appropriate. I think certain standards do need to be demonized. That's just me, though. That's my opinion. Oh, never mind. Maybe y'all shouldn't. I'll do it. I'll just do it in my head. There you go. I'll demonize you in my head. So never mind. Y'all do what y'all want.
You're a bad guy. That's what's going on here. That's the difference between y'all two. So the thing is, he's pointing out his standards. And guess what? His standards is most men's standards. If men had the choice, most men accept the OnlyFans, the strippers, and these girls out of necessity because they don't have any choice. They don't have another option but this stripper. You get what I'm saying?
But my statement wasn't for a stripper now. Mine was a Melvin
even the stripper
statement.
in the past.
Okay, but again, you keep reverting back to, I'm not gonna date a stripper.
I'll say this. This
if
is how
she's
it
not
goes.
a stripper now, so she never tells you she was a stripper.
Look, I'll give you the mind.
Then she's omitting, and omission is a form of lying.
This is how it goes. Look, real quick. This is how it goes, and then we'll go around, ladies.
You don't care.
Listen,
all right, bro.
Yeah, ladies, look, this is how it goes. We can catch a good vibe, and it'll be cool. Like, yo, man, she's real cool. And maybe I don't know you was a stripper. Once I find out that you're a stripper,
Clipped.
Okay.
it's clipped. That's what I'm saying. But now it goes with, if we real cool and we vibing out, we catch a vibe. And I don't know that you're a stripper, but then I find out you're a stripper.
Word.
No, listen.
Word.
No,
Like, this is a past tense.
No,
Oh my God.
I found out that you were a stripper. Listen. If I don't have any options, like you are the best looking girl that I can get, and our
God.
chemistry is good, and I don't really have any other options, I'm good. It's a high probability I'll accept you because you're a stripper. But if I have options,
Okay.
and once I find out you're a stripper, I will take the girl that looks uglier than you. You can be an 8. I'll take the chick that's a 5. And if she's not a stripper, I will wife that chick over wifing you. That's how men work. We
Hey.
work off of options. And you know what makes the man have more options? What are women attracted to?
Wait a minute.
Competence?
So you're trying to tell me, since I
What?
decided to go and dance, or anyone in this room decided to go and dance,
The dudes with options is your recreational use only. You
Yes.
are
the same
recreational
way
use
with being a
only.
baby mother.
You are
A
recreational
single
use
mother.
only.
Yes.
A single mother.
There's
Yes.
many things that's recreational use only. You would be recreational use
boy.
only for most men.
My dear, did you actually believe a lady who's a single mother is a recreational use, but you're not?
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
You're one of the ladies who actually believes stripping or OF, and I'm talking about the OF when they're like solo by themselves. You believe it's literally just like a job. Like, that's it. Do you know how crazy that? Like, you're crazy. And then for you to keep saying that you wasn't personalizing this whole interaction is so crazy. She wasn't personalizing something that she literally used her job that she used to have for the thing. You didn't say an OF lady that was retired. You didn't say a phone call night lady. You picked the one that was you and say you didn't personalize it, and then say that for you to say that I shouldn't be married. What is that? That's personalizing it. That's crack, baby. What are you supposed to do, right? You can't help them. All you do is just let them sink or swim, baby. It's not even hard to understand this thing right now. If you have a past, your past will be judged, my dear. That's simple. If you can't understand that, I'm so surprised how you don't have like a crazy addiction right now.
I need you to give me like $5, like $20.
She probably do. She probably just ain't telling nobody, if I can be honest.
Oh, you know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.